everybody. Welcome to Lakers Talk with Gerald. This is episode number 22. Glad you guys could join me. YouTube video number 7. Guys, trying something out new here. You see I got the headset on. I'm trying to see if I can help the volume and the sound of the quality of this audio be a little bit better. So it might not look all that great. You know, I don't have the greatest, newest equipment or anything like that. But hey, at least I have it here. I am trying it out. So you're going to have to let me know what you think of this video, what you think of the sound quality, and if it sounds any good, and if it's something that you can roll with. Okay? All right, guys, as I talked about, this is episode 22. It's been a couple days since I've been on here and I've talked to you guys. I know it's been a minute, but I'm going to give you all the good information. I'm going to give you all the good news, everything you need to know. In this podcast, in this episode, we're going to discuss the Lakers' last game against the Utah Jazz. It was in Utah. We're going to discuss that, cover all the stats and what we're looking like and what you saw. Okay, we're also going to, I'm starting another thing that's new here. I'm going to do something where I ask a question. There's going to be a little interactive thing going here for you YouTubers watching. If you are watching from your computer or something like that, you will see an interactive logo approximately 30 seconds into the video. So at this time, you should be seeing it. If you look up in the right hand corner somewhere up there at the top, you should see a question. That question today is, all right, I want you to rank the young guys. So basically what I'm asking is, who has the most potential in 5 years, that is 5 years from now, which one of these 4 young guys that I list up here have the greatest potential and will be the better maybe star or NBA player overall? So those players are Kyle Kuzma, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, or Josh Hart. So out of those 4 players, you should see that question up there. So basically it's like a poll, guys. I want to know who you rank. And then over time, what I'm going to do is hopefully by the next video, I'll have enough people that did vote on it. And then we can talk about how you guys rank them, who we thought has the most potential. Now, guys, there's something to be said about each one of these guys. I mean, let's start with Kyle Kuzma. We know the guy's only in his 2nd year. He's actually 23 years old. That's a correction from my last video. Last time I made an episode, I said he was 21. Well, he's actually 23. He spent 3 years in college, so that's why he came in at a little older as a rookie. But so Kyle Kuzma, we know he can score. We know that he has that dog in him, that he's always looking to be aggressive. He's our 2nd leading scorer this year, and he also was our leading scorer last year. So those are good points for him. You know, some people think that he maybe doesn't have the highest upside. I don't know. You tell me. Next, Lonzo Ball. Bunch of cases to be made about him. Man, he came out of college and he was raved about his passing instincts and so great on the assists and the offense and running the team. But since then, I mean, he's also been showing that he has great defense as a guard. I mean, he has good hands, good tenacity, good instincts. I mean, he's averaging close to 2 steals a game, I believe, or he's at least over 1 steal a game. But you can just see, even if the steal numbers don't really show you, you can see that he is getting a lot of deflections in these games. He's getting steals, pushing a fast break. Overall, the guy shows flashes of being great. So that's something to be said about him. Is that going to materialize? We're going to find out. Next, Brandon Ingram. He's been in the league now 3 years. I mean, everyone believes he has the highest upside. He's 6'9", long arms. He's been inconsistent. He hasn't shown this year, but he does show, he has potential. He has the tools. He has all these things to be great. I mean, early on, he was compared to Kevin Durant. So can he, can that start to manifest itself and start showing that he is closer to what they thought he was when he came out of college? So we'll see about that. Then there's Josh Hart. No one really expected him to be a whole lot when he came out of college. At least I didn't. I didn't know who he was, and I'm sure most Lakers fans didn't either. But since then, he has been showing that he's gritty. He can, on defense, he usually, he's stout and strong. He's only about 6'5" or so, but a lot of times what you'll see is he'll be playing these. He'll switch on 4 power forwards and things like that because he pretty good at holding his ground, and they're not able to back him down like they can most other guards and things like that. So versatility, defensive instincts, he's got better, improved his three-point shooting. He's starting to become a threat out there. So those are all good points for Josh Hart. So rank these guys. I want to see what you guys think. I'm not going to give my opinion this time. Like I said, I'm liking really all these guys. I think we need the combination of all four of them to really get us to that next level and get us where we need to be. So that's what my thoughts are on that. Other things, we're going to talk about the stats. I'll go over who scored what in this game and what they look like. And we're going to do just a quick game review. Not really much. It's more just going to be talk about how we felt about this game and how we feel going forward. All right, so guys, I always usually take a sip of tea. In this case, this is not tea. This is coffee. But, hey, it's one of those mornings I need a little bit of something. While I'm drinking this, go ahead and take a look at my hat. It does say Los Angeles, California. I am trying to represent a little bit for LA Lakers. All right, guys, and you see I don't have my normal cup with me. I had to change it up a little bit. I'll get it back next time. All right. Hey, guys, so then we're also going to get into the standings. We're going to get into the upcoming games, see who we got next. And then I'm going to give another shout out, too, at the end of this episode. So stand by, okay? All right, so what I'm going to do next is... All right, let's bring up the stats. So let's just take a look here. I want to know so we can see how we did. All right, so the game, we went to Utah Jazz. We lost 113-95. Hey, guys, look, I heard in this game, I heard JaVale McGee after the game mention that he felt that we needed to change our defensive scheme. They were scoring so much on us from what we were doing, and he mentioned that he recognized that early. However, we didn't change our defensive scheme, and they just kept scoring and scoring. We couldn't stop them. And really, some would say that's kind of a jab at the coach, at Luke Walton. And really, I mean, it is the coach's job. Correction, it is the job of the coach to change up how they're playing. If they see something going there that's not working, or they see they need to change up some scheme, it is the coaching staff, not just Luke Walton, but all his assistant coaches that he have. Out of one of them, somebody should, recognize that, hey, this isn't working. Let's change up. We got a double team here. We got to, play whatever. I'm not a coach. I can only, so I sort of agree with JaVale. I guess that's where I'm going with that. But so they lost almost by 20 points. That takes the Lakers now to 23-20. Our home record on the road, our road record is 9-12. So, we're just under 500, 3 games under. I mean, we're almost really at 500 ball right about now. We're trying to maintain. And the young guys are up and down. I mean, at least the team is up and down since LeBron has been gone. So, I mean, something to think about. We're trying to hold our ground. Let's talk about stats in the game. Kyle Kuzma didn't have a great game in this one. He only had 11 points. He was 4 of 18 field goals. That is pretty bad. He didn't make any three-point shots. He shot 0 for 5. He was 3 out of 4 free throws, so that's decent right there. He had 6 rebounds, only 1 assist. He had 1 steal. He had a negative 16 in this game. Pretty much most of the starters, or every starter really, had a negative. All right, Brandon Ingram had 15 points. He was 6 of 11 field goals with 1 for 1 three-point shooting. I like that he made three-pointer, but I didn't like his free throw stats. He was 2 for 6. He missed 4. That is not good. Brandon Ingram, do better on the free throws. I mean, you're not the only one, but right now I'm just going down the stat line. We're going to talk about each player as we get to them. Next up, JaVale McGee. He was 2 for 8 field goals. He had 4 points. He ended up having 8 rebounds, and he did have 2 blocked shots. He also had a negative 16. I didn't mention Brandon Ingram also had a negative 19 in his plus and minus. All right, next up, Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball, his shooting, his field goals were pretty bad also. 3 out of 13, 1 out of 5 three-point shooting. Not good, not going to get it done. I can't talk about his free throws this game because he didn't make any. However, His free throws for the season are horrible. Got to get better on that. Look, so you see, guys, I'm not just going to point out when there's something great going on. I'm going to point out when some guys are failing in certain areas, and that's got to get better, okay? All right, so he had his stat line was kind of his typical game sometimes. He had 7 points, 6 assists, and 7 rebounds. He had the lowest negative or plus minus out of the starters. He was a -1. So, you know, I don't know exactly what that tells you. I mean, he played 31 minutes, so that's saying something. While he was on the court, he pretty much, you know, they only outscored the Lakers by 1 point while he was on the floor. You know, and so that says a lot kind of to me when it shows that we were getting blown out by 20 points. Josh Hart is the last starter. He had 6 points. He had 5 rebounds and 1 assist. He had no steals and any blocks this game. He only took 6 field goals. He was 2 out of 6. He played 30 minutes also. He was 1 out of 2 free throw shooting. All right, the bench guys, out of everyone on the bench, the one who did the best was Michael Beasley. Lately, he has been playing really good since he's been getting these minutes. He was 6 out of 15 field goals, under 50%, but he was 5 out of 6 free throw shooting, 2 steals, 1 assist, and 3 rebounds. 17 points, that's getting it done. He actually led all scores for the Lakers last night, and that was only in 18 minutes of time. So very efficient, very good, Michael Beasley. Ivica Zubac, he played 14 minutes. He ended up having 10 points. He had 5 rebounds and 1 assist and 1 block. He was 2 out of 2 free throw shooting, so good job, Ivica Zubac. That's what I'm talking about. We need to get our free throw shooting up. I need you representing. Mo Wagner came in and played 8 minutes last night. He shot 2 out of 4 field goals, 2 for 2 3-point shooting. He did take 1 3-point shot and missed it. But overall, though, he had 6 points. I saw a few of the highlights. It looks like he has a little pretty decent footwork over there. So I'm curious to see how he's going to be in his development and going forward for the Lakers. All right, guys. Tyson Chandler played just a little bit. He only played 5 minutes. He had 2 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Didn't have any blocks. Mekhi Ballou came in, played 7 minutes. He did not score any points. He only took 1 3-point field goal. Stevenson, he played 14 minutes. He had 5 points. He was a -13. So he had the highest negative, plus minus, negative off everybody that came off the bench. And last person up on that played was Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He played 27 minutes. He was 5 for 13 field goals, 1 for 4 3-point shooting, and just 1 for 2 free throws. He had 5 rebounds and no assists and 1 steal. Overall, 12 points I said 4. So he actually had 12 points, but he was a -4. Yeah. So that rounds it out. Free throw for the Lakers. If you guys don't know, we are, I believe, last I heard, we were the worst in free throws, or right there at the bottom. So I like to just look at the Lakers' overall free throw shooting for this game. Excuse me, guys. 66% is what we shot. Man, 3-point shooting, we were only 18% 3-point shooting. We were 5 out of 27. That is horrible. That will not get it done. Overall in the game, we only shot 35%. That's pretty bad, guys, and that's probably a big reason why we lost by so much and we couldn't get it going. And as for the Jazz, they made 15 3-point shooters to our 5. I mean, that's a difference of 30 points right there. They were 15 out of 42. They were 35% overall. They just took the higher volume and they made a better percentage. 35% is a decent percentage for a team right there. Our 18% will not get it done at all. We're not going to win many games like that. All right, guys. So that's just going over the Lakers stats. I usually don't go over the opponent stats too much. I'm going to just go over just really quickly though. Guys, the second-year player Donovan Mitchell, he tore us apart last in that game. He had 33 points. He was 14 to 24 field goals, and then he matched his points with his minutes. So he played 33 minutes, so 1 point per minute he was scoring. He had 9 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks, and a steal. Yeah, I mean, that guy came in the same draft as Lonzo Ball, so Lonzo, right now, this guy looking like, oh, he's definitely not just looking, he's definitely at higher right now in rank. I have to say, I mean, he's higher in rank out of all those rookies, at least out of Lonzo. Lonzo can get up there, but Lonzo, this is your challenge. I need you to step that game up. I need you to start showing these great instincts and abilities that you have. You know, Magic said when we brought you in, he want to see, you know, don't bump his take all his records. So, all right, Lonzo, let's bring it up. So I'm not gonna really go into the rest of the Jazz players. You know, you just gotta look that up for yourself. This is Lakers Talk with Gerald, episode 22. Yeah, we talk Lakers. That's what we do. All right. So next, we talked about the stats already, and we talked about the gameplay. Let's take a look at the standings now. Let's see where we are in the Western Conference and kind of see what we, you know, if we're still maintaining, even though we've been losing all these games. I want to, so guys, like we've been barely holding on to this 8th place spot in the standings. Even with these losses, you know, this loss definitely is going to get us a little closer towards dropping out. So right now we are still in 8th place, as 23-20 is our record. Right behind us, right behind us, I mean by a half game, is the Utah Jazz. Utah Jazz record is 23-21. We're 23-20. So one more loss by us and we will be tied. One more win by them, they would jump us and take that 8th place spot. I will say also that right above us though is San Antonio Spurs. They're at 25-19. And so look, they're only one, you know, they have 2 more wins than us and 1 less loss. So they're right close to us too. The Clippers also are not too far above. They're number 6. They're 24-18. See, I'm doing these standings in reverse order today. So, hey, that's just how it is. Number 5 is Houston Rockets at 24-17. Number 4 is Portland Trailblazers at 26-17. Oklahoma City, number 3 at 26-16. Golden State Warriors is still number 2 at 28-14. And then you have Denver Nuggets in first place so far at 28-13. So Western Conference is still tough. I haven't talked about the teams outside of the playoff records that are right there. I mean, we still have Utah Jazz, Sacramento Kings, Minnesota Timberwolves, Dallas Mavericks, all within 2 games of being in a playoff spot. I mean, then if you think about it, then you got the Memphis Grizzlies and the New Orleans Pelicans. Even the Pelicans are only three or so games out of a playoff spot. You never know. One of these teams get hot, start going on a good run. They can always be movement up and down. No team is safe right now for the most part. And no team that's from 4 through on down is safe. They could possibly just go on a bad run and get out the playoffs, but you never know. We're going to see. All right. Excuse me, guys. Have the hiccups there. All right. Another sip of coffee. While I'm sipping this coffee, I want you guys, who haven't taken my poll, you should see it up at the top of the screen. If you haven't taken my poll, rank out of the young guys, the Lakers young guys, who's going to be the best in 5 years. I want you guys to go ahead and make your selection. That way I can talk about it on the next podcast and the next YouTube video. All right. Now, we're going to talk about the upcoming games. Let's see who we have to play next, Lakers. So today is Sunday. So we really we got to play hard. I mean, we still trying to wait for LeBron to get back. It's going to be tough, guys. So, well, tonight we play the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, it's going to be at the Staples Center. And Cleveland is at the bottom of their standing. So, I mean, but at the same time, guys, look, we're missing a lot of our great players. So don't just expect an automatic win. We're going to still have to play hard. Cleveland's going to really be wanting to come in there and get a win from us. And they see that we've hurt them. They see that we're wounded. And you better believe they're going to be trying to take advantage of that. So come hard, Lakers. Come playing like, you know, we believe we're the best team. All right, so we don't have a game on Monday, but we do play again on Tuesday, January 15th. We're going to be playing Chicago. They're going to be at the Staples Center also. Once again, Chicago is not going to be an easy game. You know, that's, even though their record is not the greatest either, that's going to be a tough game too. We're going to have to play hard. We do have the potential to beat them, and we should beat them as long as we come at it playing our A game, playing really good defense, playing good team ball like I know we can, and I know we have it in us. After that, we don't play again until the 17th. It's Thursday, January 17th. We will be playing the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's going to be in Oklahoma. That's going to be tough. I don't know if LeBron will be back by then. As a matter of fact, I don't believe he will. That's just, you know, from what I heard, he's shooting around a little bit, but he still doesn't have, he still haven't scrimmaged. He still haven't done that stuff. So it's going to be at least another week or so. So we got to come hard. Hope the young guys can represent. So, and then after that, it's a couple days later on Saturday, January 19th, we will play the Houston Rockets at Houston. Another tough game. That's tough even with everybody healthy. So we will see what happens. Hey, all right, guys. This is Sunday. I'm going to give a shout out to the Los Angeles Chargers because I'm all about LA, even though this is Lakers Talk with Gerald. Chargers in the playoffs. They won last week against the Ravens, one of the top defensive teams out there. They are playing the New England Patriots. They actually are about to play them here in my time, another 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to be watching that game. So that must mean that this is going to wrap up very soon. That is exactly what that means. So I'm going to be watching this game. I'm really hoping the Chargers can get it done. We haven't had a good history in doing well in the playoffs. We might do great. Many of seasons do great in the regular season. And then we falter in the playoffs and get knocked out in the first or second round. This today against the New England Patriots, we have never won there. This would be a significant win for us. This would be really making a statement. Guys, think about this. We have the possibility of having a Super Bowl of LA versus LA. Wouldn't that be amazing? Shout out to the Rams also. Want you guys to do your thing. You know, they won yesterday, so they already won a second round. Hey, look, come on, Chargers, let's do it. If you beat them, Kansas City already won their game, so it's Kansas City is a standby waiting for the winner of the Chargers New England. Whoever wins there is going to play them. On the other side, the Saints are going to be playing. I foresee them getting a win. So most likely it's going to be the Rams versus the Saints, and then the winner out of that game will go to the Super Bowl. All right, guys, that's my shout out. All right, guys, have a great Sunday. Once again, Lakers Talk with Gerald. Subscribe, follow. You should see at the bottom there. Somewhere at the bottom, you should see my little Lakers Talk with Gerald. You click there, hit subscribe, answer that link, that question, that poll I had for you. You should see those two other videos there. Go ahead and click on one of those. Take a look. I appreciate you. YouTube, Lakers Talk with Gerald. Lakers Talk with Gerald on podcast on Apple, Spotify. You also can go to my Instagram, Lakers Talk with G. Lakers Talk with G. You can find me on any one of those spots. Instagram, Twitter. Look me up. All right, guys, that will do it. That is going to be a wrap. And I am now officially out.